Hi, I'm Roger Carmona. Welcome to Kramer Pigments. I want to show you how to make oil paint today. We're going to make Bister and Iso Indo Yellow. One's a synthetic pigment, as you can imagine, the Iso Indo Yellow, and the Bister is made from wood soot. You simply mix pigment and oil and we have oil paint. Let me show you how to do that. We recommend you use cold pressed linseed oil. Our cold pressed linseed oil comes from Sweden. The best flax seeds come from Sweden. And I'll just show you the color of the oil. So you can use refined linseed oil and you can see the difference. So that one is much more clear. Since it has been refined, it has been heated, and because it's been heated, it'll dry a little faster. I want something that dries a little bit slower. I don't mind the extra yellowing, so I'm going to use cold pressed linseed oil. And I'm going to mix in Iso Indo Yellow, which is a synthetic organic pigment, high tinting. It's kind of a neutral yellow, I would say. So again, the first thing I'm going to do is mix cold pressed linseed oil, and you want to add as little oil as possible. I'm going to use a pipette for that reason. You make a little well in the center, you make a mound, and you slowly start to fold in oil. In this case, with oil, you want to add as little oil as possible. Every pigment will absorb liquid differently. So I cannot give you a ratio of pigment to oil. This is the best way to know how much oil to put in the pigment, is to really add as little as possible. And what you're looking for, somewhere close to a thick paste. I can tell that this pigment absorbs a lot of oil. I've added a lot to this pigment. As a general rule of thumb, you can start with 30% by volume with oil and then adjust. Very few pigments need less oil than that. Now what we're doing in making the paint, we're not grinding the pigment particles, we're shearing the particles. We're pulling the particles apart so everything gets coated with oil. So just mush it up and make sure that there's no little dry lumps within that paint. And this looks quite decent. So again, gathering it up, passing it through the palette knife, getting those like dry bits out and making a homogeneous paste. And now you're gonna mull. So we have a Muller that has an abrasive surface in the bottom. So I'll start to mull my paint, and then I'm just going in circles. I'm not putting a lot of pressure. I'm shearing the paste and making sure it's homogeneous. Okay, lift it up, get all this hard-earned paint off of the Muller. Of course, I can keep mulling. Now I'm going to put it in a tube. So I've learned to do this simply with using a palette knife. And just kind of crimp a little bit with my fingers where that paint ended, right? And then you use this palette knife, push the remaining paint out, press down, lift up, go to the lip about 2 centimeters, lift up. And let's see how this comes out of the tube. Looks pretty good.